Good morning, everybody. We're here at Under Armour Studios this morning for some sunrise yoga. This is my friend Marissa. She's been so kind to come out and show me a yoga for lacrosse players kind of recovery routine. She actually also just started her own YouTube channel, so make sure you give her a follow because she has some awesome routines on there and other content too.
Thanks so much, Taylor. I'm excited to work with you guys today and kind of show you an awesome yoga practice for recovery for all kinds of different bodies and different athletes. So whether you're new to yoga or you've been doing yoga for a while, I think everyone should be able to follow along to this flow. If Taylor gets lost or confused today, I'll have a mat right here for you guys to follow as well. So I'll be giving her some assists so you can see kind of where the body should be going, and then hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. So let's get started.
Perfect. And if you hear any grunting or screaming in the background, we have some boxers back there just doing their thing, so don't mind them.
Good. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started in our practice with Taylor. She's gonna come onto her hands and knees in a pose we call tabletop. So she's stacking her shoulders right on top of her wrists and her hips right over her heels. From here, we're gonna start with a nice shoulder and chest stretch. So she's gonna inhale, raise her right arm way up into the air. Notice how her shoulders stay stacked as she reaches. Exhale, thread the needle. So she's gonna lay her forearm down to the earth. And then her head is also gonna come down as well. From here, she's gonna inhale, raise her left arm up. Exhale to open the shoulder, half bind. So the forearm is gonna plant right at the lower back. While she's here, she's gonna kind of rest on her right ear. So this is a pose where you're resting. It's not a pose where you should feel too much stress. On her next breath, her left arm is gonna come straight back up into the sky. Press it down into the mat. Inhale the right arm back up, and I'm gonna offer her a deeper stretch here as she leans back and opens the chest. Exhale, her hand will come down, and we're gonna do the same thing on the second side. So I'm gonna keep Taylor's hips a little bit more forward than she wants to. Inhale, raise her left arm up now, big stretch. And again, you're gonna notice as we do this, I want you to really lean back, so broaden through the traps. Exhale, thread the needle, lay down on the left ear. Again, right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, lay it, bringing the forearm on the lower back, and then opening the shoulder. So if that's too hard for you, you never have to actually bind. You can always keep your hand down. From there, inhale, Taylor's gonna reach her right arm back up. Exhale the hand down. Inhale, left arm back up, big stretch as she opens her chest. And then from there, she's gonna release both hands down. We're gonna curl our toes and press into our first down dog, stretching out the hamstrings, the back, and the shoulders. So we wanna bring our hands a little bit further forward on the mat, spread the fingers super wide, and that's gonna alleviate tension in your wrist. From here, I'm gonna help Taylor's shoulders press back and down, so she's gonna bend her knees a little bit more so that she can press her chest closer to her thigh bones. And then once she creates that nice flat back, then she should feel a lot of work in her hamstrings. Now you'll notice athletes, we're tight in our legs, so for Taylor, this should be rather challenging. Inhale as she comes to plank, as she just starts to warm up the shoulders. Good, exhale as she lifts her tailbone straight back to down dog. Good, one more time like that. So inhale, just bring your body forward. Exhale, bring the hips back. Good. From there, I want Taylor just to bring her hands and feet to touch. So she's gonna bring them to the middle of her mat, walking her feet back and her hands back, and then just fold forward. Grab opposite elbows and sway gently side to side. So we want Taylor's head to be totally relaxed, including her neck. And then she should feel this full body stretch all the way down from the bottoms of her feet, up through her legs and tailbone, along her spine. Release your hands here. So some of you can't touch the ground, probably just like Taylor, and that's okay. So she's gotta bend her knees a little bit more. I'm gonna place my hand in her lower back and on the upper back just to give her a little press so maybe she can go further. You can do this yourself by just bending your knees even more. Go ahead and gently from there, slide your hands up to your hips, look forward halfway. So she's gonna peer towards the sun out over the water. And then from there, she's gonna fold forward all the way down to the earth. Bone by bone, she's gonna rise to stand all the way up so her arms extend up into the air, lift her heart, bring her hands together, and then lean back. And what we're gonna work on is keeping the tailbone tucked, so ribs in, and then the tailbone long. On her next breath, exhale, release her hands all the way down to the mat. Good. Together, we're gonna take our left foot and we're gonna step back into a lunge. So go ahead and keep the right foot in between your hands, and then just start to feel the space in your hips here, front to back. Exhale, lower the left knee. Now, if this hurts your knee, you can keep the toe curled or untuck the toe, totally up to you. And then inhale, raise both arms up into the sky into a knee down lunge. So you should feel the stretch in the left hip flexor a lot. Good, take another full breath in. And then to get a little bit more space on our left side, we're gonna take our right hand, grab our left wrist, and then she's gonna tug her body slightly towards you, so to your right. So as this happens, she's gonna feel so much space opening on her left side body. She's gonna take one more breath in. Her muscles are already warm from her workout this morning, so not only should this feel good, but it should feel relaxing and comfortable. Inhale, reach both arms back up. Exhale, frame the front foot with both hands, and then Taylor's just gonna walk her foot forward about 6 inches. She's gonna straighten her front leg, and then boom, we're working back into the hamstring. So first I'm gonna have Taylor keep her toes down like she's pressing on a gas pedal. That's gonna stretch the front of her leg and it's gonna work into the top of her foot. So if a lot of times as athletes we get foot cramps or we kind of start to notice if our feet aren't being treated well, so this will help. On your next breath, now she's gonna dorsal flex the foot, so toe up, heel down, which is gonna allow her to go deeper into the stretch, but it's also gonna create a different sensation in the hamstring. Is it hard? Yeah. Exhale as she folds a little bit more. Good, and then inhale, all she's gonna do is rebend the front knee. Drag the foot back just a little bit to where we came from. And then her left hand is gonna plant right inside of the foot. Inhale her right arm up. Now pick up the left knee as well, so you're in a twisted lunge. So in this pose, you'll notice that we're gonna really keep Taylor's back leg straight. So I'm gonna squeeze it between my knees. And then from there, I can help her roll her spine higher. She's gonna work to keep her front foot flat and inner thigh hugging into the torso. One more big, big breath in. Exhale, release right hand down. And now step forward, feet together. Good. One side should feel totally different than the other. Yep. Roll the shoulders down your back. Good job. Come all the way up. Inhale, raise your arms high. And then exhale again, fold forward, bring your hands back down. So find your half lift again. Nice inhale, flat spine. Exhale as you fold. This time we're gonna step our other leg back, so the right foot will step. So first, hold your lunge. So this is where a lot of people drop their knee too soon. So I want you to notice how far can you wiggle your back foot back. And then from there, allow the knee to come down. So again, toe is tucked or untucked. And then inhale, you'll bring both arms up. So if bringing both arms up is too hard, just remember you can always keep your hands down or on your thigh or hands at hips, so wherever you're comfortable. So you're just gonna kind of work the pelvis forward and then lift the heart up. So there's this space right in the thoracic spine region where I'm gonna place my knee on Taylor's back. And that's gonna pop her heart forward a little bit more and open her up. On her next breath, she's gonna reach her arms up, take her left hand to her right wrist, and then tug over to the left, which again, that's gonna create lots of space here along the side of her body. Take one more full breath and really reach and stretch, but engage your core the whole time. So don't forget about abdominal engagement in this movement. Inhale, both arms up, framing the foot. We're gonna keep the foot flat to start like you're pressing on the gas, and now straighten the front leg. Good. If you find that you have more room, that's where Taylor can walk her foot forward if she wants to. And then as she pushes down through the big toe, she's gonna really feel this space in the front shin. On the next breath, we'll dorsal flex the foot, so the toe is gonna come up. And then we'll fold further over the leg. Maybe the fingers can walk further out, maybe they can't. And you're gonna notice, so there's a little kind of shift of the spine here, so I'm just gonna roll her chest down, so that way she's a little bit more in alignment. On the next breath, you'll rebend the front knee, so she'll come towards me. I'm gonna hold her mat because it moves a little bit. Drag the foot back, perfect. And then press through your right hand. Inhale, left arm up. So we'll start the twist, but first I'm gonna pull her shoulder back. Good, we'll soften her elbow just a hair. Now pick up the right knee. Curl your toe. Good, and then as she does this, she'll lift from the hamstring. I'm gonna give it a hug again, and then she'll twist. 3, hug your inner thigh to your belly. That engagement's called adduction. 2, exhale, release the hand. And now she's gonna take a large step forward. Feet together. Good. Halfway lift your spine, so look forward. We're gonna look out towards the water. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way to stand for me one more time. Reach up into the sky. Exhale, gently bring the hands to the heart. So open your feet for me, Taylor, as wide as the mat. Turn your toes out 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And then start to sink your hips down. Now some of you might get stuck right here, or your heels might pop up, and that's okay. From here, Taylor's gonna try to lower her triceps to the insides of her knees and press her knees open and then lift her heart up. So this pose is called Deep Yogi Squat. This pose allows the spine to lengthen, but she also might feel super intense in the hip flexors and the lower back, and maybe even in the bottoms of the feet. On her next breath, she's just gonna place her hands on the mat. And then she's gonna take a gentle stretch, walking her hands forward, trying to drop her chest down towards the earth here. That space should feel really nice in her low back, in her lumbar spine, and slightly through the rest of the body, maybe even into the neck if she can drop her head just a hair more. On her next breath, she's gonna very, very slowly walk her hands back. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, from here, we're just gonna raise our glutes, hands down, and then fold forward, dropping in. So doing that motion might take you a couple times to get that low, and try to relax. You'll grab the back of your calf muscles with each hand, and now bend your elbows in and then feel your heart pull closer to your thighs. Good, this is a supported forward fold, so Taylor's supporting her torso with her thighs, and then she's pulling in with her upper body. Take another breath, and then slowly, slowly release. Good, from there we're gonna come all the way to stand, and we're gonna turn and face the camera, so we're gonna face you guys. We're gonna open up our feet slightly wider than before, so this is called a wide-legged stance. Taylor's gonna interlace her fingers behind her back. Inhale, she's gonna take a big back bend, lift her chest. Exhale, wide-legged fold, so she's gonna bring her head all the way down to the mat, and her arms are gonna lift up off of her butt, still together. We're gonna try to work the insides of her wrists together, and then from here, she's gonna softly bend her knees, and then fold even further if available. So you're gonna start to notice right away where it's tight and where it's challenging. So I'm helping her hands stay together so that she can focus on her fold. Now, right now, Taylor's knees are bent a good bit, but from here, she's gonna work to try to straighten them a hair more and then bring her body forward again. So this pose requires some movement, and that's okay. Take one more breath. She's gonna place her hands on her hips, and then very slowly from there, so hold on to your hip flexors, she's gonna deeply bend into the right knee. Keep the left leg still. Now take your hands on either side of the right foot and frame it and look forward. Good, so here she starts to work into her groin a little bit more. She should feel some effort in the rest of the body. And then she's gonna work into her left knee, so she's gonna bend more towards me, good. And again, you should feel your groin. We're gonna do that one more time. So inhale, she's gonna come back to the right. Good, and then exhale, she's gonna come back to the left. As she comes back through center, pause, look forward, so halfway lift, hands on your hips, and then come all the way up. And then from there, just step back to the top of the mat. Good, so you'll face forward right to the water. Inhale, raise your arms up high. Good, exhale, fold forward, put your hands on the ground. Halfway lift again, look forward, exhale your hands down, step to plank pose. So most of you have done a plank because you've been forced to do push-ups in your life. So now that Taylor's been here, her body is warm from our workout, and now her body's been stretched from her movement so far in her hip flexors, psoas, low back, glutes, all those areas that as athletes get super overworked and tired. So Taylor's gonna slowly control herself through a pose we call Chaturanga all the way down to her stomach. Good. And then from there, she'll just untuck her toes so she can rest. We're gonna take 3 Cobra Poses to help her release her back. So she's gonna keep her hands and slide them slightly down so her fingertips align with the top of the ribs. Inhale, baby cobra, look towards the sun. Exhale, lower down. I'm gonna assist Taylor's feet together, so this could be something you work on as well. She's gonna try to use her whole foot. Inhale, baby cobra, straighten the arms if you want. Good, exhale as she lays down. Now she's in control of her feet. I'm gonna assist her chest now. Inhale, pressing up, and then opening the heart for 3, 2, and then she'll lay all the way back down. Child's pose, so butt to heels, and then arms forward. So this is a great place where I can just kind of help Taylor relax her back and any part of her body that's still feeling any tension. And then she'll start to notice kind of where she feels warmer and then where her body is starting to feel more open. So if you're not a yoga teacher, you know, I might not assist your friend, but you can notice that I'm pressing opposite shoulder, opposite hip, just to give her a little bit of relief. Good. From there, I'm gonna have Taylor come to seated. Feet are where her hands are when she sits down. So a lot of athletes were still really tight even after all this, so Taylor's gonna extend her legs towards me. I'm gonna assist her in her forward folds here before we start to close this up, so that way she can get just a little bit more of a stretch. So inhale, arms up really high. And then again, I'm gonna press my knee into her back to kind of help her lengthen her body up as high as we can. Exhale, we're gonna fold as far as we can towards the toes. Now I'm gonna say Taylor has long arms and legs, which is why she can do this, because this isn't normal. Good. Take a big breath in here and a big breath out. If you're not touching your toes, that's okay and very normal. On her next breath, she's gonna do it one more time. So inhale, arms up high, sit tall. Exhale, try for the sides of your feet this time. Good. And then from there, she's gonna notice it's a little bit harder. So reaching over the toes, that would be kind of level 1. And then to make it harder, she can reach for the sides of the feet. On her next breath, inhale, sit up nice and tall, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Taylor, how does your body feel?
Much better.
Much better. So notice, as we move today, some things were challenging for Taylor and some things she really felt strong in and they were easy for her body. So everyone's body, no matter what kind of athlete you are, is different and you're gonna respond differently to this movement. So if you have any questions for us, feel free to comment below, and then hopefully we can do some more yoga for lacrosse and yoga for athletes in the future. Thanks, guys.